Hello there, viewers. Hopefully doing well, because I'm doing fantastically well because I'm back in RevHead. And as you can actually tell, my money has actually gone down. And that is because of two major things. Well, possibly three. The first one is, let's have a look at this beauty right here. Hey, wait a moment. This drag car looks a bit different. Of course it is. Because it is now a convertible. As you can actually see, I have still got round about the actual horsepower that it started off with. 1,153 horsepower, which is absolutely fantastic. The weight, I do believe, has actually gone down a little bit. And that is the main thing what I was actually focusing on. Weight and trying to keep all the body parts connected. I have changed a few things on the actual car. I've kept the same suspension concept from the original hardtop. The rim size as well, kept that concept. But all I've actually gone and done is put on Euro parts where I can actually put them. And that was like the rear brakes. And I do believe, yeah, the hubs. So the brakes are racing. The hubs are actually Euros, and then the control arms is the actual originals. So I've actually just spruced it up in some areas, and it's kind of confusing what is actually going on here. The actual steering wheel is the original, and I do believe that actual steering column is a wonder because it was lighter. I don't mind about losing degrees and axes and all that junk because it's a drag car. It doesn't need to turn. All it needs to do is to be light and go in a straight line. So that's fantastic there. What other things wasn't original? Euro 2 engine and Euro 2 carburetor. I do believe it was actually its own make. Now it's a Euro. And generator, drive belt. There you go. Drive belt. It's from a different brand, but it's lighter. And I'm like, this is strange. I haven't really gone into the game and tried to mix and match brands up to get the best outcome. I've always kind of tried to keep it with the same make and model, like you normally would do, and then probably mixing Euro parts. So that is brilliant. That drag car is now sorted. I can actually go to Salt Flats and race. And then we go into here. Of course, the last episode, we actually paid out for a convertible for a booth, and that will be upgraded and limited, I do believe, to 400 horsepower. But off camera, I went ahead and got this beauty, which is of course the Walea, and this Walea is going to do the factory cut. And I had to do a bit of finagling, shall we say, with the actual tuning, as in different parts yet again. A Jingu engine, which you won't normally actually hear anybody say they've put into a normal car, is a Jingu engine. Of course, the whole filter is down. And of course, the suspension is not repaired. Why ain't things repaired on this car? I'm sure I actually repaired everything straight after a race. Because to actually test this out, I had to do the Desert Walea Factory Cup. And it was a struggle. And I mean a struggle as in I had competition instead of last time when I had the yellow convertible. It was pretty much a win, just straight away. There wasn't any competition anywhere at all. I had to change a few things for the differential, trying to get the stiffness right, the ratio, gearbox as well, trying to figure out which gearbox is right. I had a gearbox where it ended up going to top speed very quick, so it had a fast acceleration. But then I found out that the car, once at top speed, it was juttering all the time, mostly around the map, and the cars just kept carrying on. And I'm like, all right, this is a bit unfair. I'm top speed straight away, so I'm in front of the cars, but yet because I'm always maxing out my top speed without any fluctuation in the power or my speed, they are catching up. So I had to do some changes there. So I need to actually, let's go ahead and get you down and drive you so I can actually get into daylight. Oh, there had to be a car there. Or someone who aren't even raced yet. I am not racing in this car. Sorry, my dude. If I had the other Walea, then yeah, I would have 100% raced that other person. So let's go for the drive again. And it is sometimes better off to just go click in garage. So let's go over here to the racetrack. And I've already done the desert one. And it was brilliant. So the Amateur Cup I need to actually get on to. Dark Desert as well. And I need a booth 600 horsepower to actually do this one. Wonder, Nano, and Time Trial Reverse. I need to go ahead and get that all sorted out. So I believe the next Walea Factory Cup was the mine, I do believe. So that is the time trial. Here we go. So, can I make a difference? I don't know. Hopefully, I can. Good start. There we go. And it looks like I've got it in the bag, which is fantastic, and this is where others are going to catch up and make it a contest. Instead of it being easy, they are now making me race for it, because I'm hitting that top speed on straights. They have got a higher top speed than me, so they can catch up. But this is where the actual tuning, well, when I say tuning, I mean the actual difference in the body parts that I use. Through these bends, this car can keep its top speed. I don't have to sacrifice a lot of my top speed to actually continue around them. unless it's a sharp bend like that. I'll probably lose one gear and that's it. But then once I'm on the straight, I'm already back into my 5th gear. So that is perfect. This car is attacking the corners greatly, and that's where its edge shines. The other cars might be quicker, but they're slower around the bends than I am. That is where I can actually move forward and be alright. But who would have actually thunk it? A Jeep engine in a car gets me to win. I wouldn't have thought about that. So I'm like, oh, this is weird. I'm actually sure that the Walea's original engine is more powerful than the Jingu's. But yeah, I think the Jingu has more torque, so it has a more efficient way of actually disputing that power out. And I think that's where I'm actually winning. Progressing quite forward because of that. I'm actually surprised. This is me going nearly flat out. The last time I was on this track, I was scared to even allow my other Walea to go into 2nd or 3rd gear, because it would have been just flying off into the mountain. This, I'm actually changing my racing line on each lap, because I'm having fun and I'm actually enjoying this race, and I'm pushing the car. And I'm glad that I can actually do that. Normally it's just, let's knuckle down and get on with it. I'm literally having fun. This is amazing. Go for it, you little engine. Well, I can't really say little engine, but to say little car, goodness me. I thought it was fun where I actually had got the original battery car. Thanks to an update, if you remember, that car lost its credibility. Even though I bought that in the magazine, didn't do any engine swaps, didn't do any part swaps at all. It was literally bought it out of the actual magazine because it had 146 horsepower, raced it, and I kept winning the factory cup. And then the update came, changed the AI and did some balancing, and that was no more, and I left it. Then I was kind of carrying on with like thinking, how am I going to do this? What are the changes doing? What can I actually do next? How is the game going to progress? Because I had other games going on at the moment. I had other games going on at the time, so this game kind of got a back burner, and I was just logging on into the actual game a couple of times a week to just earn some more money and keep looking at the actual information a bit better. But now I'm actually playing it regularly now, I can actually tell why the change is made. This was fantastic. For the first 2 laps, that second car was there. But because I had to change my way of thinking how cars should be, I was put into the frame of mind of thinking what the cars could be. And that's amazing. And I went onto Discord, and I'll tell you something. Half of the actual pictures, I was like, I didn't even know that you could actually do to a car, especially in a game. In real life, you could probably just do it easily, but in a car racing game where I'm used to the parts being this is this car and this car only, you can't mix and match stuff up hardly. You have got the muscle car, sports car, family car, and it kind of fits into different categories. And now this game comes along, it started off like that, and then the changes occurred, and now it's like, you know what? How can I make a car a car? By doing what I want to it. Anything. The imagination is your limit. And that is why I will say this game has to be a buy. And I won. Well, obvious. And I won quite a few things there, actually. Right, let's continue. There we go. Time trial reverse is unlocked. And the reason why I'm saying this game has to be a buy, because it's a car racing game that I like. I just like car racing games in general. But it's making me think more. You've got weight to deal with. And that weight includes everything. Parts, liquids, fluids, you freaking name it. If it's got a weight to it, this game thinks of it. Instead of, let's say, Need for Speed, you get a Nissan and you tune it up, but you've got this bar at the bottom and it says, right, you want to tune this car up, you pick a part. And it will give you this horsepower. And here's a transmission. This is what this transmission will give you. Top speed or acceleration. And that's it. It limits you to that bar. This game doesn't limit you to that bar. This game goes, hey, here's all the parts. What do you want to do? And it doesn't tell you how much horsepower you're going to get out of it. Each part. You have to find out by your own means. By making a car. And then it tells you the horsepower. Differential. Transmission. It gives you timers. But it doesn't actually turn around and say, right, this will give you top speed, this will give you acceleration. You have to find out. Go on, get going, shoot, go on with it, play the game, enjoy yourself. And that's what I'm doing. And I can't be rabbiting on like this, but this is what I like out of game. It allows you to meddle with it. it allows you to think and able to actually talk to yourself. I'm talking as a content creator, but I'll be in my head while I'm racing going, oh my goodness me, I built this car. I had to change this Wally. Fine, I got some help from Discord for a couple of hints, like the engine, and then I went on and tried different differentials and transmissions, and that's it. Bingo, I got it. Hey presto. And I would say great. look at this thing, it's beat up. Oh, you poor little thing. I have to clean you, make sure that everything's fine. Your oil's fine. High pressure's okay. Fuel, I need more. Let's get you up in the air and have a look at parts. Not bad, really. One race. Everything goes down by like 1%. Oh, and I didn't actually tell you, when I was on about swapping out parts, this is just nuts, this is, because this engine is Jingu, and I got the exhaust manifold V8, which is Euro Part 1. Nothing could really connect to it, so I had to buy a lot of exhausts to finally find out that the actual Walea exhaust mid-pipe could fit, but I was worried because it was giving me extra performance, which is 3%. And then the mufflers, no performance, but yeah, it was the Walea one. I do believe, yep, 3% performance as well. I wouldn't even realise that I could actually put extra performance onto the actual car and get it close to the 146 horsepower. I thought if I put any performance parts on it, I would exceed it. I was happy to actually be, let's say, convinced otherwise. And I am going to say that is the end of the episode. Because I rambled on for far too long, and of course I need to actually take apart the booth what I've got in my garage. If it loads up. This one here, I need to take it apart because I would like to put parts from here into this booth because I'm buying convertibles only. So I need to get rid of Jingu parts because I need to make a racer. So I need to strip down this Jingu down to bare bones and then recreate it, because you can't get a convertible Nano or a Jingu, which is a shame. And this is the magazine. I don't know if I showed you this yet. DLC parts, Frankie parts, actual better headlines, of course maps, and it looks like a proper book. Join us, Discord. It really does. It looks awesome like this. New contest, budget runs, and then you go into the actual car bit. And I can see a convertible Wonder, which is perfect. Booth UTE. And then, yeah, nothing really screams out a convertible Nano or anything. I don't think you can make them convertible, to be honest. But there is races where I do need a Jingu racer and a Nano one. Got convertibles down here as well. But I'd rather get them wrecked. So I can take parts from them and then just mix and match. But yeah, this has actually been fun. I could easily carry on, but saying that, the next races that I need to do is actually in the oval run, which means endurance. And these are 10 laps. So what I'll be doing is probably the first 1 to 2 laps will be me speaking, and then the rest will be time lapses. And look at this, every single car has got a race here. And there you go, the Jinku there. Then it's of course the All-Stars. And then the drags, which is limited because the Pro is on the end here. But this one is min weight 1,800. The actual drag, what I've got, is nowhere near 1,400. So I know the weight's fine. It's just the horsepower what's going to be a bugger. 620 horsepower. It's a random number. And then the drag 800. Of course, horsepower limit again. And then the big oval, of course, is practice and practice. You must reach one place on wherever this is event, and then it goes to convertibles. So there is no limit on the car, it's just a limit on the horsepower, and it has to be a convertible. So you could start off with making a convertible 400 horsepower and then do these races and then tune that engine up instead of buying another car and doing the 700. But yeah, again, 22 laps, 15 laps, 12, 18, and then of course drags. But it has to be a convertible. Actually, you know what? I know I said I won't be doing any more races, but I've got a drag car which is dying for its first ever race, and it matches it straight away because it is a convertible. So let's go for it. Go. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Ow. Ow. 8 seconds. Wow. I think I actually beat my best time there. I know I'm going to lose, and I bet it will win. But... oh, hello. Yeah, I'm hitting top speed. I'm maxed out. That's it. That was actually not bad, actually, to be honest. And look, he's going to crash. Did he? I think he did. I think he crashed. But yeah, I just maxed out the actual speed straight away. I wonder if I could actually get a better top speed and have it just a tad slower in acceleration. There you go. It's got my brain a-tingling. And that's what I mean. It's just awesome. Oh, goodness me. Right, you know what? This is, of course, the end of the episode. Please do consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, hit that bell for all notifications, because you know it's going to help me out quite a lot, and I really do appreciate all the support that you lot are giving me. Thank you very much. But remember, I appreciate you all, and you'll see me in the next one. Bye.